A mega war of words has erupted between Congress and the BJP, and the official Twitter handle of the Congress posted a picture of RSS shorts on fire with a caption, "Free the country from the shackles of hate and undo the damage done by BJP RSS." Responding to Congress's blazing tweet, BJP said the picture is clearly a call for open violence against people of a particular ideology. Launching a scathing attack on the Congress party, BJP said Congress wants to dehumanize the opposition and wants to set the country on fire. The party demanded that Congress should take down that picture immediately and called Congress's Bharat Jodo Yatra a Bharat Todo and Aag Lagao Yatra. The Congress, though, has stood by the tweet. This is not the first time that Congress and Rahul Gandhi have attacked the RSS and the BJP. Just a week back, in fact, while addressing a rally in Kanyakumari, Rahul Gandhi accused the BJP and the RSS of dividing the country on the lines of religion and language. Last year, Congress MP attacked the Sangh Parivar and BJP, alleging that they were fake Hindus and used religion for their benefit. In August 2018, former Congress chief had said the ideology of the BJP and RSS is that only men can run this country. In July 2018, Rahul Gandhi hit out at the RSS and BJP, saying they had made no contribution to India's freedom struggle and did not make any sacrifices. And the big one, in March 2014, Rahul had said in a speech that RSS was behind the killing of Mahatma Gandhi. Remember, he faces a defamation case against this by the RSS. BJP has launched an all-out attack on the Congress over this tweet, saying this is a bid to dehumanize the opposition. The Congress is advocating the killing of people of a particular ideology. Have there been similar such attempts in the past where the RSS was, quote, dehumanized? Let me bring out some episodes. In the beginning of this year, senior Congress leader Digvijay Singh, who's part of the Congress's Bharat Jodo Yatra, had equated RSS with termites. You would remember last year in February, Popular Front of India, an extremist Islamic organization, paraded people chained and dressed as RSS uniform in Kerala, that too as part of a demonstration on the Mopla massacre. In January 2020, a social activist, Syed Kashif, had falsely alleged that RSS workers were involved in a bomb attack. Not to forget that murders of RSS workers in Kerala, for example, recently in other states, have not evoked the same response from the likes of the Congress party as any other murders will, political or otherwise. So the big question we're debating today, with this Khaki on fire tweet, has the Congress dehumanized RSS workers?
Those who are associated with a particular ideology, they should be killed, they should be eliminated. They have no place in the politics of Kerala. This is blatant instigation of violence, Mr. Rahul Gandhi.
Those who stoke the fires of hatred, those who stoke the fire of bigotry and prejudice, must be prepared to take some things back.
एक तो हेट्रेड से आप जोड़ना चाहते हैं क्या? हेट्रेड वो पाल रखे हैं बहुत पहले से.
Tuhin Sinha of the BJP and Mohan Kumaramangalam of the Congress party joining us on the show. This is a direct face-off between the BJP and the Congress party. Let me come to you, Mr. Kumaramangalam. What do you make of the allegation that with this shots on fire tweet, you have basically given a handle to people to attack RSS workers? You can obviously oppose RSS and BJP, but was the iconography or the image worthy of that attack, or did it actually incite violence?
I'm really not sure why the BJP is getting their proverbial knickers in a twist over this tweet. It's not like burned a rape victim at midnight without telling her parents. It's not like we took a religious procession in front of a mosque and said, "Khoon se nehla denge, tumhari auqat dikha denge," which happened 2 days ago in Karnataka during the Ganesh Chaturthi. You see, this presents a divisive ideology, and the burning of the pair of shorts of those knickers is basically a cleansing fire to cleanse the country of that ideology. It isn't to attack or be violent against anyone. And I find it laughable that the BJP is actually saying this, given that they were the first people to give a call for a Congress Mukt Bharat. At that point in time, were they trying to instigate violence against people who follow the Congress ideology? No. They said that there was no space for that ideology. What we are saying is that the RSS is spreading hate, divisiveness, and bigotry throughout this country. And the burning of those knickers, which, by the way, the RSS says they don't wear anymore, they wear pants, is representative of that. It isn't a call to violence by any means.
Okay, we're speaking of this in a context where several RSS leaders and workers do get killed purely because they belong to the RSS. And this question has been raised for a very long time, whether it's okay to kill someone who comes from the RSS just because you don't like their ideology. Anyways, let me take that question to Tuhin Sinha.
Hold on, let me respond to that for a second, if you don't mind.
Sure, go ahead.
Can I respond to that? I don't think it's only RSS workers that get killed.
No,
I think
of course not. I didn't say that.
There is an I think extremists of all ideologies tend to indulge in violence. If you look at politics of West Bengal or politics of Kerala, it has been fairly violent. And the violence has been perpetrated by both extremists.
Yeah, but my point was, my point, Kumar Mangalam, was that the kind of reaction that you would get, for example, if a lynching happened of a Muslim community member, you don't get when an RSS worker is hacked to death on the streets from parties like yourself, right?
I don't think that's the case, and I should clarify and make clear that we are against all forms of violence against people from all religions.
Okay, let Tuhin Sinha come in, then I'll come back to you. Tuhin Sinha.
Well, good evening, Shivani. Shivani, there is an inherent dichotomy between Rahul Gandhi and the words Bharat Jodo, and this tweet from the Congress handle is the latest manifestation of that. You know, they are openly, the party which pretends to be followers of Mahatma Gandhi is now openly espousing and endorsing violence. And this is not the first time Rahul Gandhi has made his violent mindset clear. If you recall, in May this year, in London, he had made some very absurd comment that BJP has doused kerosene everywhere and the country is about to burn. But today, the tweet says it is his intention to burn, large sections of the society. In the same meeting in May, he had met Jeremy Corbyn, the infamous person who had advocated secession of Kashmir. So I think there is something fundamentally wrong with Rahul Gandhi's Congress, the way they behaved. 2 days ago, he met a pastor who has been insulting Bharat Mata. Tomorrow, he might meet PFI representatives in Kerala. So I think there is something fundamentally wrong with Rahul Gandhi's mindset and his pathological hatred for RSS is well known.
Tuhin, before I take your argument on Rahul Gandhi's statements, etc., to Mohan, what is your primary objection to this tweet? Now, Mohan says that this is about a cleansing fire. How would you respond to that?
No, the symbolism is very clear. They feel that this cleansing fire, so-called cleansing fire, needs to be put at a certain ideology, a certain section of people. They don't realize that section of people, that ideology, the social organization which represents that ideology is today the world's largest organization. So which is why the Congress is increasingly redundant, outdated, and instead of rectifying their own flaws, they are planning to douse the entire country.
But Mohan says that if the BJP can say Congress Mukt Bharat, why can't they show RSS shots burning?
Congress Mukt Bharat is a reality today, and it is because of their ineffective and lackluster leadership. In the last 8 years, barring 2 or 3 states, where is Congress? This desperate attempt at revival by stoking controversy every day, that is their last gambit.
Mohan,
isn't Congress Mukt Bharat a reality? Which you've seen in the last 8 years. The party which once had 400 seats doesn't have 54 seats.
Mohan, the Congress could have come out with its own slogan of RSS Mukt Bharat, or ban RSS or reject RSS. Do you believe that this image is indeed an ominous image, and that image could have been avoided? You could have got your message out in multiple other ways, as the Congress party does on a daily basis.
Let me ask you, when you light a fire in a yagna at your home, when you go into a new house, when you do a Greh Pravesham in the Hindu religion, are you trying to burn your home down?
Are you really using Hinduism to defend this tweet?
Why not? Why not?
You're using Hindu iconography to defend this tweet? I didn't see any Hindu iconography anywhere on this tweet. If you're using Hinduism, then use it properly and fully. Don't just use it when it suits you.
I am saying that this does not represent a call to violence. And I'm giving you different examples of what it might represent. I'm talking about the burning of evil. We celebrate the burning of Ravan on every Dashera. So that is the burning of evil. It is the burning of thoughts that are divisive, that promote bigotry, that promote hatred in this country. It is not a call to violence. I'll say that again. As far as who Rahul Gandhi has met, I should also mention that Rahul Gandhi met Mr. Uday Kumar, who launched extremely large and long agitation against the UPA government's Kudankulam nuclear power plant. Rahul Gandhi does not only meet supporters and sort of brand his detractors as anti-Indians or urban naxals or what have you, and put UA cases on them. He meets people from all different walks of life.
Yeah, but
and
I think any
he's
political
open to
leader
meeting
has
not
to be
only
mindful
supporters,
of the
but
statements
also
and the
his
antecedents of the
detractors.
leaders you're meeting. I don't think that's an argument that in politics you can meet anybody you like. That doesn't work, right?
No, the argument,
your messaging is very important. But I'm running out of time. Tohin, final 30 seconds.
You know,
Tohin's in our final 30
the
seconds.
Congress argument is turning out to be bizarre and amusing. On the one hand, Rahul Gandhi can't get rid of his insatiable craving to hobnob with forces which are inimical to Bharat Mata, like that pastor he met 2 days ago. And on the other hand, they talk of burning down evil forces. So why hobnob with them in the first place? The people who insult Bharat Mata, you cozy up to them, you hobnob with them, you hear out their absurd arguments, and then you talk about burning evil. This is the reality of the Congress. They don't know what they talk.
Okay, I just feel that you cannot use Hindu symbols without actually using Hindu symbols, then also say this is coming from Hindu philosophy. You can't have it both ways. Either you project it fully as Hindu and Hindu iconography, or then don't appropriate Hinduism. At least that you should not do. RSS or Congress versus Congress aside. That's appropriation, and it's an appropriation in the wrong manner. Anyways, I will leave it at that. I do thank both of our guests for joining us. Let's see how the public reacts to this tweet and the message of the Congress Bharat Yatra. Time for a very short break. On the other side, we'll get you the day's biggest stories.